For the first time ever, I went to the United States of America. I didn't realize how big the United States actually is. So you have 330 million people who you can sell stuff to. I was thinking like, this guy's gonna follow me and shoot me in the back on the street. And I mean, this is Vegas, you see shit. Staying at the Trump International was an experience. The food is just so different. I literally had goosebumps eating ketchup at McDonald's. Every hotel has a casino in it. So like you can walk in anywhere at 4 a.m. in the morning and play any game you want on any limits you want. For the first time ever, I went to the United States of America. Now, me being in the United States for the first time, I had a bunch of things that is completely different than what I'm used to in Europe and the Middle East and where not. So I thought in this video, I'm gonna share with you my experience. I'm gonna share with you the behind the scenes, what happened, what I thought, and I hope you're gonna like it. What is also quite remarkable to note is that we're traveling with the sun. So like, although we're traveling for like 4 or 5 hours now, plus I've been traveling from the morning, so I've been traveling for about 10 hours now, and still there's no darkness. We're just traveling with the sun. Land of the free. It was absolutely mind-blowing. Now, me living in Europe, being around the place, being around in Asia, being around in Dubai and the Middle East, but I've never been in the United States. And now finally I had the chance to go. I had the reason to go because I went to Bitcoin 2025 in Las Vegas. And where to start my US journey if not in Las Vegas, the city of gambling, the city of, you know, nightlife. It's actually been absolutely mind-blowing. So first off, you have to know that me as a European kid growing up in a tiny village, watching American movies, from the taxis, from the police cars, to everything that you can see was absolutely mind-blowing. And landing in the US, already seeing border control.
What is the purpose of your visit?
What's the purpose of your visit?
Business or pleasure?
And then you already have to like put your fingerprints, and then they ask you stuff, which again you see in the movies, was already exciting. But I got out and it has a very different environment. The number one thing that was very different for me is that everybody speaks American English, obviously, but it's just mind-blowing for someone who lives in Europe, and every country speaks a different language. And even if you go to the Middle East, someone is speaking this language, someone is speaking that language.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
Here in the United States, it was unanimous. Everybody was speaking the same language. Everybody had almost the same culture. It was very interesting. So as the first thing that stood out is that every car is like 10 times the size than in Europe. Like it's big cars, big, you know, either sports cars or just big SUVs all around the place. You don't really see these small cars, small city cars that you can see, these efficient small city cars in major European cities. It's very real. So I landed, I saw a police car and immediately thought GTA.
Maybe you got rid of that old yee ass haircut you got, you get some bitches on your dick.
Like I was like, I'm playing that game and I saw the police car, took a photo of the police car. Toilets, again, GTA, I just, you know, had the special, I don't know, the special shape of the toilet. I don't know, it's crazy. It had a special, you know, shape, and I even took a photo of it. I'm like, you know, this is from GTA. Now, what is interesting that throughout the journey, what I saw was that America, and this might sound like cliche, but it's not. Like it has this, the land of opportunities vibe that, you know, is basically the brand of America. This is the land of opportunities. And I had the reasoning now for the first time why that is. And that is because the addressable market is just so big. Like I didn't realize how big the United States actually is. Like, you know it and you talk about it in all these different states and whatnot, but if you think about Europe and you think about a country, that's almost like a state in the United States when it comes to the size. the landmass is just insane, next level. And the amount of people that speak the exact same language, has close to similar culture than you, is also massive. So you have 330 million people who you can sell stuff to. Whereas if you are born in, you know, maybe if you're born in a smaller country, in Poland, in Hungary, and wherever, I was born in Hungary, right? So if you're born in Hungary, you have 10 million people tops, with the youngest to the oldest, meaning the addressable market is probably like 2 to 3 million people. So your market is very, very small. Whereas with this exact same invention and exact same idea, I could sell that to hundreds of millions of people in the United States. Same regulation, no international cross-border transactions. It's just, it is the land of opportunity. And you kind of feel that vibe as an entrepreneur. What was also super cool is, again, like, everybody spoke English and everybody was very kind. So if I walked up to someone and asked something, immediately they gave me a response. They told me where to go, what to do. It was pretty incredible. I had one bad experience, and that was a drunk guy in a poker table because he heard that I'm in crypto and he heard that I'm at 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙𝗙 and he hated 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙𝗙, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So that was literally the only bad experience I had. I wasn't mugged, I wasn't attacked, I was never afraid. You know, one thing I was kind of afraid of is that I know everybody can have a gun. And so it puts a little bit different perspective into what you do and what you not do, right? So if you're in Europe, I'm pretty confident people not gonna pull a gun on me and just shoot me now, right? If it's a road rage or whatever. But here, I'm not that confident. So even if I had a beef with the guy in a casino, I was thinking like, this guy's gonna follow me and shoot me in the back on the street. Like, you know, it puts a little bit different perspective, but it's also the opportunity. Like, I would definitely have a gun there as well. Like, if I was living in the States, I would also have a gun. I just have it on me all the time if I can, because that's just the right that you have. If Vegas lived up to my expectations, so fucking much, bro. Vegas was mind-blowing, the whole thing, the strip, the fact that every hotel has a casino in it. You go down to the lobby and you enter the casino, where you, by the way, can smoke cigars and cigarettes. It's unheard of in Europe. Like, here in Europe, it's regulated. You can't have casinos all the time. You can't have casinos in a hotel for sure, but here you do, and it's crazy. And you can smoke cigars and cigarettes inside, which is the good and bad as well, but it's definitely an experience. Vegas was definitely an experience.
It's so crazy. So different than Europe. It's like, people sit here, they play, they smoke inside. It's actually f***ing wild. And it's huge. It's huge. Look at this. It's like,
the atmosphere, mind-blowing, the people on the street, you walk down, I mean, this is Vegas. You see shit. Like, you walk down the street and you see funny shit.
Baby, take a chance. Baby, won't you dance with me? Overseas wonders.
speakers on the street. They're like speakers on the street. On the random street, there are speakers. It literally smells McDonald's. Like, it smells McDonald's and weed. I'm a proper fucking tourist here, bro. Just walking around, taking pictures of people getting arrested and shit like that.
It is Vegas. It is Vegas. Casino was lit, bro. I was playing poker. I'm not into this. I haven't even played any of that. I didn't play roulette either. I played poker. So I play poker. I love poker. It was fun. I went down and played poker. It's actually interesting because you play bigger. So you probably put like $1,000 on the table. It was very weird. I went down, you know, I'm in Vegas, whatever. I even have the chips here. Like I brought some chips. I brought some chips from Aria Hotel. Yeah, it's an experience. This is a $5 chip, by the way. Yeah, it's an interesting experience. I mean, look, you know this. I support Trump. I like his policies. I like his way of thinking.
Guys, I might have done something stupid. It's not stupid, later.
I've been covering him on my shows and whatnot. It's great people at the DOJ.
You know, I'm a big fan. Trump, big fan. Tucker, huge fan. Elon. If Trump wins, we're going to 300,000 in the next 4 years.
And staying at the Trump International was an experience. Like, it was really an experience. I'll tell you why. One, This is one of the only hotels that I've been to a bunch of fucking hotels. I've been to shit hotels. Cuz booked me into. I feel like Harry Potter, bro.
What are you thinking, Cuz?
All the shitty hotels, but I've been to very, very high-end Atlantis in Dubai kind of hotels. And this is an old hotel. The Trump International in Las Vegas is an old hotel. Get the fuck out. So welcome to Trump International, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you see it, but that's actually the Sphere. Look at this. Now we're talking. But the difference is that it's not old and moldy and breaking. It's a good vibe old. Like old money type. It's an old hotel. You see it, it's old. Everything in it is old. You know, the good thing about this place is that it's a little bit old. So it's old in a good way. It aged like fine wine. It feels like fucking home, bro. It legit feels like home. It's crazy. All of this is for packing. Like, look at this here, for example. Just gonna put you down here. Look at this here, for example. It's wild. There's like a whole space to pack my stuff in, so I'm gonna put my shoes in. But it's renovated. It's clean. It's working. It's not broken. Nothing is broken. It was perfect. It was beautiful. My window was looking at the Sphere. It was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. Very good experience. There was a Trump store inside as well, which was extra cool. I wanted to buy Trump's book, The Art of the Deal, and I bought it in the Trump store. So I wanted to buy this book for a long time. The Art of the Deal. And how good I didn't buy it. So I can get it here at the shop. And I have to get the money clips as well. Trump money clip, come on. Gotta get that as well. So yeah, and also the cap back there, I bought it at the Trump store. Yeah, I am proud of it, yes. It's pretty cool. Biggest culture shock, bro, the food. I mean, the taste of the food is, I can't explain it to you. So people said everything is bigger, everything is more delicious. Well, bro, let me tell you, it's not more delicious, but it's just enhanced. It's just, there's something in the food. I mean, I had an experience in McDonald's, we'll show you now. Much more intense taste than in Europe. All the tastes are just like 10x the intensity. Look. Everything just tastes so much more intense. It's so intense. The taste is just so intense. It tastes better as well, but much more intense. It's much more like in your face. It's 1 liter, bro. The Coke is 1 liter, a big Coke. The fries, I just noticed the size difference. Look at this motherfucking fries next to mine. Look at this. Like the size is also, man, look at this. So the food is like, it's like there was some extra sauce in it, extra ingredient that makes it just 10 times better. I literally had goosebumps eating ketchup at McDonald's. And I'm not kidding, like on my back, I had goosebumps when I licked the ketchup. Because it wasn't sour, it wasn't sweet, it was intense. The taste was just like 10x what it usually is, which is mind-blowing, and I'm pretty confident very, very unhealthy. I mean, is it possible to eat healthy? I think it is, but again, like it's most of the stuff that I saw is fast food. Also the portions, bro, at restaurants, like I literally went to a restaurant. I thought, yes, okay, so you have to see this. If I go in Europe and I go to a restaurant, I'm a big guy, so I usually order like 3 courses at least. So I order a main course, I order a starter, I order a main course, I order a salad with the main course because I like salads, and then I get some dessert maybe, or you know, another side dish or something like that. So I have probably like 3-4 plates that I order. Here I went in, I didn't eat the whole day. I was like the hungriest ever. We were shooting and whatnot, and I went in there and I was like, can I please get a salad? And the thing was for 5 people. I'm not even kidding. The plate was this big, filled with salad. It was insane. It was huge. And I was like, I had to leave half of it there. I took it away and take away because I couldn't eat it. So the portions are just much bigger, like humongous, extremely big. compared to Europe, like much bigger. So from there on, I only ordered one plate and it was full. So it is a difference there. Can you eat healthy? I think you can eat healthy, but you have to be very patient. I mean, very aware of what you're eating. And also what you see, I think it's very commercialized. So the States is, and also I like that. Like I think, again, capitalism, it's like it's the land of opportunities, but that also reflects on the fact that probably all the food is not the highest quality. You need to pay a little bit more attention, so you don't eat that much fast food, that much fried food, but it is possible. I think it is possible. You just have to pay much more attention. I don't know, like honestly, the prices, I will be very honest with you, I don't know if it was more cheaper or more expensive. I would say it was cheaper, but maybe people will say it's more expensive. Like I expected the States to be super expensive. Now, one thing, the cabs were very expensive. Like I spent a lot of money on riding from one place to another with an Uber. I only went with Uber and I used Uber Black and I spent probably $25, $30 per trip. So that was quite expensive. But in general, the food and stuff, I don't think it was that much more expensive than in Europe. Like if you go to Paris, for example, I don't think it was that much more expensive in a restaurant. So yeah, I would say it's almost the same. Yeah, I mean, going to outlets like so. Okay, so you have to know about me. I didn't really purchase designer clothes and expensive clothes, not because I don't know. I just never spent time on it. I just never went like, okay, I'm gonna go now and shop. I hate shopping. It's just a pain in the ass. But then I realized that I actually like shopping, and at one point I just took $2,000 and like, you know, I'm just gonna go and just spend all this money just on clothes. And then from there I started like looking at different outlets, buying merch clothes and like buying proper, clothes. And so I went there and someone told me that there is this Las Vegas outlet. And I'm like, what is this outlet? And it's like, well, you can go there and it's like all these famous brands for like a massive discount. But what I didn't realize, it's a discount for them. And the prices in the States are already like half of what you can get in Europe. So I bought stuff for literally fractions of what I could have bought in the States. Now, for the 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙s who's watching this, I'm telling you, I bought only $430 worth, and I brought home only $430 worth, so nothing over the limit. But, so I bought a Boss jacket that is literally $350 in Europe for $99.
I bought a Hugo jacket, or Boss jacket, for $100. Back in Europe, this is like $300.
Because the way they design it is that it's not only that you can get this stuff cheaper by default, there is no VAT, there's no import tax, there's no tariff, there's no all that kind of shit. So you can buy it cheaper, but they give you a 50% discount in these outlets, and they give you a 15% discount on top if you give your email address. What do you think I was doing? Email addresses, just email addresses, just put it in, and that's it. And you get like 60% discount and stuff. Like I bought Levi's jeans for $40, bro. $40 for one Levi's jeans. If you're in Europe, you know these jeans cost $120, $130.
I literally just bought 3 Levi's pants for $150. Insane.
It's just a no-brainer. Anytime I'm gonna go to the States, I'm never buying, never taking anything. I'm taking I'm not even taking a luggage, bro. I'm gonna buy a luggage there. Just going empty. And then I'm just gonna buy stuff and just bring it home. It's insane. It is insane. Yeah, so the Sphere is the next level shit. I think if you have ever experienced VR, now that is without a VR glasses. You have the wind coming at you, you have the spray coming at you, you have the smells when there is an elephant coming, the chair is shaking. It's like it's a proper experience. But if you're in Vegas, do yourself a favor and go and see the Sphere. It's mind fucking blowing. It's huge. This is what I'm saying. I can't comprehend how big this thing is. What you see at the top? That's all screen. Everything you see up there is screen. All around the place. It's actually kind of wild.
Rivers, chasms, everywhere throughout the Earth's seas.
So with the Vegas Sphere, I sat in and there was just one screen, like if you were in a cinema, and everything else was dark. And I was like, maybe did I buy the ticket to a wrong movie, or like what is happening here? And for like 5, 6, 7 minutes, there was a movie on like one screen. And I literally started thinking to myself, like, did I really just buy some shit for this? Like, we're not even gonna see it. And I started to think. And I now realize that I think they needed you to get used to, they slowly expanded the thing. They needed to get you, like, first, when it expanded, suddenly expanded, you're like, holy, like I literally just grabbed onto my chair. I saw people next to me just go like, oh my God, and you're flying. It starts with you flying. And then you just look around and you're flying like out of nowhere. So it is kind of, you had to get used to it. So that was kind of scary, and the Sphere is like, okay, like, is it really this shit? And then it suddenly started, and it was the most magical experience. It was incredible. So my perception about the US has always been, you know, a lot of opportunities, but I never really understood it until I went there. Now I want to go more, so I'm probably going to go next year as well. I'm definitely going to Bitcoin Vegas, but I want to take the family as well. I want to go to Miami. I want to go look around different places, East Coast, West Coast, and then just see what's happening. So the States is something that is close to my heart now. So I want to go back. I want to experience, maybe even move there. We'll see. I don't know, but I'm definitely in love. I think it was an absolutely incredible journey. Great people, great food. I gotta give it to them. It's great food, great environment. I do feel safe, so even though there was like a lot of shooting and whatever, I did feel safe in Las Vegas. Yeah, overall a 10 out of 10 experience, and I loved it. My main takeaway is that you have to go to understand how the United States is, and you have no fucking idea if you've never been. So go to the States. Thumbs up. Also check out other videos. They are here, and I have a vlog and all that stuff, so do that. And I would appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and share it with your friends. Take care. Bye.